In today's short analysis video, we will discuss on MasterCard stock. My dear friends, this stock has given a breakdown from an important support level, and along with that there are multiple negative factors which has already been triggered, and it would allow us to capitalize an opportunity to short sell this stock. We can initiate a short sell position before a massive downside correction get triggered. Dear friends, if you'll make a closer look, this was an bottom where the stock had given an upside rally in the form of upward sloping parallel channel, and as long as the stock was under this parallel channel, the stock had given a massive upside run, and there was a back-to-back higher highs. If you'll see a closer look, the first higher rise over here, the second higher rise registered here, and as soon as this upper sloping parallel channel got trigger on the downside. First time its higher highs sequence shifted to lower lows, and this is an area where we got in two major negative signal. The first one is upper sloping parallel channel get breakdown on the downside, and the second one is higher highs shifted to lower lows. Whenever the higher highs get shifted to lower lows, we take that area as a confirmation that stock has officially entered into a correction, and we have to avoid a buying. If you're on the buy side, watch out, because you will be in a big, you'll be in a big trap. So the bull side will be in under the trap, and there will be a high probability that stock will give you a downside correction. And now we will see the third signal, that the third major signal, and even in that you will see there is a, if you place an RSI indicators, diversion indicators, you will be surprised to know even the diversion is showing a negative diversion here. If you'll see, the price action is tilting on the upper side. There was a three back-to-back higher highs peak, but the same thing is missing out in the RSI. The RSI is shifting on the downside, and this is an area where we get and break down, and it will going to pump the momentum on the downside. And finally, my dear friends, we will see the most important chart pattern, that will be a negative chart pattern, and that will be, my dear friends, it will be a head and shoulder pattern. If you'll see over here, you will be able to clearly identify there is a negative chart pattern breakdown. This we call it as a head and shoulder pattern in technical terms. This is a bearish pattern, and whenever this pattern emerge on chart, after that there is a massive downside momentum we have seen. So there is a high probability that every factors which got trigger, it's on the negative side. You have seen how the parallel channel get trigger on the downside, higher highs shifted to lower lows, there was a negative diversion, and even the negative chart pattern. So if you're on the buy side, you have to take a very caution step. And once this momentum will trigger on the downside, the first target will be $483, which will be marked in green color, and the second target will be $469. And my dear friends, and I will discuss also about the level where the stock give a close about to that level, it will go into a buy side. So if the stock succeed to close above the right side shoulder, which is located at $590, if the stock succeed to close above $590, then there will be a massive short covering, because this will be an area, the right side shoulder high will be an area where the short seller will come into the panic. Because if this once the short seller will come into the panic, because this is an area where the stop loss is located for a short seller. So if the stock succeed to close above $590, then we may see a massive short covering bounce. But for that, it's a very rare chances that it will give a close above 590. But if it succeed, then there will be a chance or the stock will go into a positive territory. But and due to and the stock will go into the positive territory, because that will be an area where the short seller will become into a panic, because they will go to cover their short selling position, and it will lead to a forced buying, and that will lead to a bounce on the upper side. But that will be in a very rare case. High probability trade will be on the downside. And also I want to share with you this this neckline will act as a strong resistance because multiple negative factors got triggered over here. This was an area where we have seen the upward parallel channel got triggered on the downside, higher highs shifted to lower lows, negative diversion between the price action and the RSI, and negative chart structure, head and shoulder pattern trigger on the downside. So with due respect to all the negative breakdowns, this area of neckline will act as a strong resistance, and the stop loss of the short seller will be above this strong resistance so that it won't get triggered so easily. This is it for today's analysis, my dear friends. If you really love my analysis, if you really like my analysis, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel and support my hard work, my dear friends. Thank you. Bye bye.